Two children believed to have been held hostage in North Fargo are back in their mother's arms after a 4-hour standoff. Hi, everyone, and thank you for waking up with us on this Tuesday morning. I'm Jordan Schreier here with Lisa Badeau with your news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day.
It was a tense situation for police, neighbors, and students as it played out near the NDSU campus overnight. The Valley Today's Abby Furchner joins us live now from North Fargo with the very latest. Good morning, Abby.
Yeah, good morning, Jordan and Lisa. We are continuing to learn more details about what happened here overnight in North Fargo. Police were dispatched to 1131 College Street North around 10 p.m. What started as a domestic situation quickly turned into what is believed to be a hostage situation. Police say that the man involved is still on the loose and that they are not sure if he is armed. When police arrived, they were talking with both a male and a female and were told that a protection order is put in place between the two. When officers were talking with them, the man took off and was believed to have went back into the home, locking himself inside with two young girls who were also home during that time. Around 2 a.m., police used a flashbang, and that's when both girls came out of the home and were reunited with their mom. Police are unsure if the man was inside during this entire situation. Now, as I said, we are continuing to learn more as this is still an active investigation, so you'll want to stick with Valley News Live as we continue to bring you the latest updates.
All right, Abby Furchner reporting live. Thank you this morning.
Domestic disturbances are the most frequent calls for many police departments, and officers are always on high alert during those incidents because they can turn dangerous very quickly. And you have to think that's the mindset for local officers who lost a colleague during a domestic call about 3 years ago.
33-year-old Fargo police officer Jason Mosier was shot February 10th, 2016 during a standoff with an armed domestic violence suspect in North Fargo. He died the next day.
7 minutes before 7, let's get a check of our storm team forecast on this Tuesday. And boy, yesterday was a hot one, Lisa.
It really was, and that heat helping to fuel some thunderstorms overnight and into this morning. It's sticking around today as well, so we've got a summertime day today with that chance for some rain and heat. So we're looking off to the east northeast at some thunderstorms that are impacting our viewers more into Minnesota, into Clay County and Becker County. And you can even see some of the rain falling with the sunrise framing it here with these storms, some heavier downpours impacting us in those areas. And then the cloud top here, that anvil shape of a classic anvil shape of a thunderstorm cloud, a nice mature one that's happening here. So looking off to the east, you can see lots of colors on the radar map here as we'll zoom in a little bit more. And this is the one thunderstorm I'm talking about. We've got some lightning associated with that, but there's also some steady rain falling in places like Park Rapids, northern parts of Wadena County, and back into northeastern Otter Tail and eastern Becker County. Still seeing that thunderstorm with some lightning here. And there's also some development trailing to the west from there that we're keeping an eye on along the Clay and Norman County line too. But you can see that there's some pockets here where the rain is heavier, moving into the Waban area in Monoman County. This is moving to the northeast. So overall, the entire cluster of rain and thunder showers moving to the northeast. So Monoman County, you're going to see more of this heading up toward Bemidji as well. So keeping an eye on these, but overall they'll continue to move eastward and eventually out of our viewing area. The rest of us are quiet. We've got some sunshine up north and to the west, and we're looking at temperatures, or we will, the sun has not risen yet. We're looking at temperatures right now into the 70s in the valley. We're at 72 degrees in Fargo and 72 in Grand Forks. Strong winds, these strong southerly winds will help to force in some more hot air to the valley. We're looking at some gusts into the 20s right now, a 26-mile-per-hour gust in Fargo. So here's a look at that 7-day planner. Today, the last of the really hot days, we're looking at some upper 80s for some, a mix of some clouds and sunshine, especially in the east. Those of us out west more likely to enjoy that sunshine. Another round of rain potentially overnight tonight for a few of us in some of those same areas. And then behind that, we're kind of scaling back those temperatures a little bit. It's still nice out there. We're looking at 70s for the rest of the work week, but not as hot as we've seen recently, and that will be ending today. Now, heading into Friday, a chance for some storms, and some of these could be strong to severe. That's the next one to really watch as we're heading into the weekend. And beyond that, we're looking just a little cooler, some upper 60s to about 70 as we move into the weekend. Now for a look at traffic, here's Devin Fry with the Valley Today's traffic on the move.
Thank you, Lisa, and good morning, Red River Valley. Now, we were talking about road work, so that made me think about an area that's been under heavy construction for a long time that we haven't checked on in a while. We're looking at Cheyenne Street now. We just went through the main focus of the construction area, and I gotta say, it's much less claustrophobic than it was this summer. It's less head-to-head traffic for an extended period of time, like by the new Hornbachers. So overall, it's making great strides toward this area. Now, this area is getting a bit busier as we get closer and closer to the start of the school day. So just something to watch out for going through this area. However, they've been making some great improvements. Now, some new roadwork projects starting today. Lanes are shifting on 42nd Avenue. There's going to be a traffic light out that they're going to be working on fixing this morning on 43rd and Half Street and the 13th Avenue intersection. And in the north side of town, 2nd Avenue North is closed between Roberts and 7th. Now, what day is today? It is Taco Tuesday. So Olay the day at Taco John's. For your traffic on the move, I'm Devin Fry.
There's new information on a police perimeter that was set up in South Moorhead. Turns out it was for an armed robbery. Moorhead Police, Clay County deputies, and the Minnesota State Patrol blocked off an area around the 1200 block of 34th Avenue South around 9 last night after the suspect reportedly ran from officers.
A man was eventually located and taken to the Clay County Jail. Police say there is no ongoing threat to the public, but no other details are being released at this point. Despite a fresh start to the week, parents of Fargo North students say they are still on edge after an unloaded handgun was found in a student's waistband last Friday. That incident came just a week after another incident at North when a threat of a school shooting was etched into a desk.
Some parents suggest more mental health services are needed, while others say they want metal detectors and mandatory clear backpacks. School officials say the student in Friday's incident is facing expulsion and criminal charges of firearm possession. Police are asking for help in locating a runaway from Moorhead. They say 17-year-old Cheyenne Bell took off in June and is possibly in the Fargo, Moorhead, Perham, or Alexandria areas. Her picture's up on your TV right now. Take a look and contact Moorhead Police or your local law enforcement with any information on Bell.
We have new details surrounding the death of NDSU freshman Tom Bierson. A medical examiner says he died of asphyxiation. It's a story that we have been following for you since Bierson disappeared 5 years ago and was found dead in this RV lot in Moorhead. We are also learning that along with alcohol, Bierson also had an anti-anxiety drug and a sedative used to treat insomnia in his system. Despite hundreds of tips to Moorhead police, they have yet to make any arrest in this case.
President Donald Trump is walking back threats of rapid military action against Iran, which he says is likely behind the attacks on 2 Saudi Arabian oil facilities. The president also downplayed any significant oil impact in the U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is headed to the kingdom for talks about a response. And the New York Times is revising a story it ran about U.S. Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh.
The original story did not include that the woman at the center of a sexual misconduct allegation declined to be interviewed and that her friends say she doesn't remember the college party encounter.
A minute now before 7, let's get our answer to our question of the morning on Facebook. 28% of women say they admit that they have done this in front of a man.
The answer is they have sucked in their gut.
For sure.
I think more than that have probably done that. I've done that in front of a bunch of people. But remember, you can play along every weekday. Just head to our Valley News Live Facebook page. And it's going to be another nice day today, Lisa.
We're looking at conditions that are going to be hot and windy yet again, though we are still dealing with some thunderstorms in the east. Some of those are showing up on our sky cam right now. So be aware you might be dealing with that this morning. I'll be continuing to track those for you throughout the morning.
Because it's swimsuit season again, too.
That's right.
It's hot today. The Today Show on CBS This Morning are just about to start, but you can watch us right now on the Fargo CW. The